All right, we are here at the dig site, side of the creek right here. And yeah, let's get to digging some charcoal layer. Found so much charcoal already. Actually, let me set my bag down. I literally just got here like a minute ago. Yo, how's it going? Cast on stags. I already know the mosquitoes are gonna be crazy. So you know we're lighting another one of these things off. It's humid out today too. The things will be biting like hell. There we go. We got the artifact case here. Still has all those flakes. Oh wait, forgot to glue the foam down. Still has all those flakes and bone fragments inside. I gotta clean those off a bit, but yeah. What else we got here? Arizona iced tea. Your boy's gotta have the sugars. K-Sun. Oh, sorry, man. All right. I think that's about it. And yes, we do have the sifter. East Coast Livitics branded. Screen's flipped, so I don't know if it's showing. Shit, that thing went out. I mean, crap. Forgot I can't edit that out on live. Let's get our pump going. There we go. All right, now we should be good. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Oh yeah, dude, these things work amazing for mosquitoes. It just makes a smoke screen they can't penetrate. So what we got here, I actually brought a hotspot along with me so it won't cut out next time I found anything. No, I just got here like literally 2 minutes ago. We had a little bit of rain, so some of the dirt fell off from the sides into here. But right into there, see where I've been scraping at? That's where I've been finding all of this charcoal. For any new viewers, basically where we're at is we got a creek right here, as you can see, and it's a whole site on this island. This is an island we're on. And the other side of this island is another smaller stream. And this is probably I'm gonna say a good 100 square yard island. And you come down the bank here, and it is, I mean, that's probably 4.5 feet, 5 feet up. Right here we have a whole lot of flakes coming out of the bank along that deer trail. Flakes are just coming all out along this whole side. Now I'll say it again for new people. The reason I came here is because I found so many flakes and debitage coming out of this hillside like this, that right there. All those little white pieces you see are flakes from the manufacture of ancient stone tools. And yeah, we found charcoal and bone fragments. Here's some good flakes I found. A lot of nice quality pearly quartz. Some worked pieces. A lot of those larger chunks have work on them. It's hard to see on camera because it's quartz and white. But yeah, let's get back to digging. Oh, see, look, there's a rock with charcoal on it. I knocked that one off from the top layer. There's some more charcoal right there. See it? I like to make face paint out of it. Okay. Let's start digging, y'all. I'll sit you down. I'll sit you down over here. All right. We're gonna take our sifter, throw it right here, and I'm just gonna scrape at the layer I was last time, like I've always been doing, throwing it in the sifter here. I gotta get used to it. I haven't been digging for a while. But yeah, once you find that charcoal layer, it's smooth sailing. I found some really nice flakes already, and a decent amount of charcoal too, but I just gotta move slow so I don't damage any points that could be down there. Oh, I just rammed a stone into my kneecap. Should be a fun video if I can find some points for you guys. That'd be really, really awesome. So since I've been here last, the rain has loosened the soil up, so I can really just pull these gigantic stones out without any issues. I'm just looking at this top layer of rock to see if there's any charcoal sitting on top. because then I know that that was below the fire pit and I should be going above the stone. Whole lot of quartzite comes out of here. If you haven't seen, out of this tiny little hole, all those stones have come out of here. Stay on for an hour. I'm on the school bus. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll stay on for an hour. Last live I did was about 2 hours. We had good consistent viewership too. What state? We are in northern Maryland right now. That's why you're seeing all this quartz. There we go. There's another big chunk of quartzite. And I'm hoping to find us a point. Ew, there's a slug. I'm not weirded out by him. I just got surprised by him on my arm. It sucks. All the dirt's spilling down the sides since I was last here. I gotta clean it up a good bit. Yeah, disclaimer, this is on private property. Don't go digging off private property. You'll get some felonies for that. And this isn't a burial or anything, thank goodness. This is just a little campsite from what I can tell. Flakes and charcoal, and more flakes. And what I'm hoping, some stone tools. That would be really cool. Yeah, so then we'll take this sifter, bring it down to the creek back there, and we'll see how many flakes and hopefully stone tools are in it. Now, I've only just started scraping around here at this little site. This is just the beginning, guys. So judging, last time I was here, I put a notch in my shovel right there. So from here to there, that's how deep we are. It's probably 14 to 16 inches, which means that could be probably about 1,500 to 1,000 years old. That's my guess for this site age. So not really old on the time scale of things. People have been living here in this area for about 12,000 years, if not a little more. So this is a relatively recent site. Now what's interesting is I'm not finding any traded material. So I'm not finding any rhyolite or chert or anything like that, only quartz, which is a local source. So possibly they were working preforms from the local creek here, and then they were working them into smaller pieces that they could transport and trade with other tribes and groups throughout their trade routes. They had very extensive trade routes over here on the East Coast. Not too sure about the West Coast, but I'm sure they did as well. Ooh, there was a nice flake that just popped out. Right above the charcoal layer too. See how sharp that is? Let's get to the good camera side. Hold on. And it's all sharp there. The bulb of percussion, which is the exact point that flake was hit off with a hammerstone, it's about right here. Oh, you got caught? You want to call but haven't gotten yet? They're probably just trying to scare you off. See, the thing is, there's really no archaeological significance to something that's not laying in the soil. So if it's just scattered about on a riverbank, it's of no use to archaeologists. And sure, it's like, you know, it's a complicated issue, but I see both sides of it. Right now, I'm just trying to save some history, you know? I have a passion for this. I have a tiny bit of native in my blood, so it's kind of cool. Didn't even get time to see what I found. Just came because I found it. Ah. Yeah, man, that happens sometimes. I had my dad's friend. He was in an island somewhere on the coast, and he found a grooved axe. And legally, he was allowed to keep it where he found it, but he parked on a national park side. So as he was walking back with this grooved axe, the park ranger stopped him and took the grooved axe because he parked like where you can't find artifacts. He couldn't prove that he had found it legally. So they took his grooved axe, and it's now on display at the Welcome Center. pretty funny. Why not let us have it? Then they go, yeah. I don't know, man. It's not like they're gonna really give it back to the tribe, because that tribe has more than likely been extinct for 5,000 years or more. Really depends. Yeah, so here, nice piece of debitage. That's a flake. So this is knocked off during the production of stone tools, probably around 1,000 years ago, if not a little longer. So I'm gonna put that in the nice flake area. I like to keep the really cool looking ones. I hope I don't just do a lot of yapping. I hope I do some digging along the way. It's super cool. We found stuff already. There's another flake. Just came up behind that last one. Haven't seen any charcoal yet. It's kind of strange. That's the problem. It's a lot of national park state land. Yeah. That's right, man. Dude, really, they choose the national parks to put on the best land for artifact hunting, I know. If you get certain permits, though, I believe you're allowed to surface hunt. I read somewhere. So you might want to look into that. Northeast PA. You guys get a lot of, probably Ogonda chert, am I right? Ogonda chert and I don't know what else they'd have. Jasper? I'm guessing Jasper. I've seen a lot of nice, I've found some Pennsylvania Jasper from, I think around Reading. Not sure what formation though. I have one safe spot, it's a creek. So when you have 2 rivers 2 miles away, you'll find one every 2 weeks maybe, yeah. Yeah, I know, arrowhead hunting is really finicky. Some days you'll go out and you'll find 10 points in a creek. Other days you go to the same creek and you'll find nothing. It's just a matter of how that creek's rolling over. All right, so let me show you what I'm looking at here. So the charcoal layer is sitting about here, right? And right below that, we hit clay. Nothing sinks past the clay. It'll just sit right on top of it. So once I hit that clay, I know I'm at the deepest I could possibly be for any age site. Let's see what else we can find. I'm doing a long form video while I'm going live. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Oh, there's a big rock. That first rock I pulled out, that was easy. That wasn't a big deal because the soil softened up. But now I'm at a spot where the soil's a little tougher. Maybe I could set you guys up to show you what I'm looking at. Last time I went live, I tried this and I moved the camera around for freaking 3 minutes. Everyone got pissed, I think, and left. Please don't leave me. All right, we'll find a stick or something to prop y'all up on, like this. I did find some modern glass, but that was right on the surface. So I know this is not a modern fire pit. This is definitely ancient, especially because of the stone flakes I've been finding, and the bone fragments for that matter. Gotta put a rock down here too. Bear with me here, I'm sorry y'all. All right, we're good. What is that? Oh, it's a piece of slate. I found a lot of slate here too. Come on, charcoal, where you at? Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, we're good, okay. It depends on what state. Oh yeah, each state is different. Florida is really, really tough. Florida is absolutely terrible with that kind of thing. So go artifacting hunting in Florida, you better be careful as crap. Wow, that was loud. Port side again. So, funny story. About 1.5 years ago, about 10 feet away from here, I found an adze that was about that big. And this adze was pretty cool looking. And I'm pretty sure that this adze came from this site right here. It just washed out of the bank and I happened to find it. So it's kind of cool that I'm now digging out the site that adze probably came from. Oh, there's a pressure plate. See it? No charcoal yet. No bone fragments either. I found a bunch of them right down in here though. We just gotta clear out all the loose stuff. I'll take you guys down for a sift soon, so the sift doesn't get too full. Charcoal's laying about here. I'm seeing some. Oh, there's a piece of quartz. Half the time, actually more than half the time, about 90% of the time, it's nothing. Or just a flake. The other 1%, it's a point. And or artifact, whatever kind of tool they made. That might be bone. I always get this crumbly white stuff. I don't want to move the film because I gotta set it up again. But there's this crumbly white stuff in there. Let me just show you. I found some recently, and I'm almost positive it's bone. You guys let me know what you think. But when I picked it up, there was a crumbly white substance all the way around it. And I found a bunch of them in the same area, right alongside this quartz flake. Really glassy stuff. Oh yeah, and a turtleback scraper. So we do have one tool so far. See, it's flat on that one side and worked all the way around here. Now some of you are gonna look at that and say, that's just a rock, but don't worry, your boy knows what he's talking about. I'm not that guy that's gonna say, oh, that's an artifact when it's literally just a rock. I know what I'm talking about. This quartz has worked because I've worked it myself to learn what quartz looks like. And no, it turned out not to be, that turned out not to be any bone fragment. We'll find some eventually, no doubt. Move these roots out of the way. I hate it when the soil falls down. I had a nice layer going. Come on, charcoal, where are you at? So I think after thousands of years of trees growing on top of here, the roots have come down like that, and they've disturbed that charcoal layer as it's been sitting there. So it threw all the big pieces around, and we're only finding a piece far and few between. Otherwise, I'd be finding a whole thick layer of charcoal, or a thin layer, because I don't think it was used very often. It was a smaller campsite for sure. Oh, there's a deer. It's a big doe. Jeez. That doe is watching me. There's a squirrel too. Did you guys hear that? He just chirped at me. No, I'm not schizophrenic. I did really hear that. I didn't think I'm schizophrenic at least. I sure can't talk a lot to a phone. I'm just kidding. I'm talking to you guys. I know that. Ooh, there's a flake. No, maybe it's not. Oh, there's charcoal on it. Yippee. Yeah, so we've hit clay here. I might stop whacking around here. I'll try to get up on this higher area. But as you can see, all these rocks do not want to move. So I gotta slowly chip around them. It's a pain in my butt. Pete Suds, back at it, yes sir. Yeah, we got 15 viewers. That's a record high for East Coast Livetics. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. We got, for any new viewers, we are digging on an island here, and we have two creeks on both sides, like that, and the island is right here. And we're digging in the hillside where I found flakes from the manufacture of ancient stone tools. And as I'm digging, I've found charcoal and bone fragments, which means this is a campfire. Right here, thousands of years ago, maybe 1,000 years ago, relatively recent, people were sitting right here. Right here, they were just sitting there. And it's crazy that I'm digging up what they left behind. What did these people look like? What were their names? What were they doing here? What time of year was it, you know? What did they have going on in their lives? Is that charcoal? No, it is not. I hope my head's not in the way. I'm just going slow so I don't nick any stone tool, because they are very fragile. I've never broken a stone tool, but that's because I always surface hunt a lot of fields and creeks. We got a fire video coming up after this one I'll post. I'm going to North Carolina, hunting with my friend from Georgia for 6 days. It's gonna be a crazy hunt, y'all. That has nothing on it. Just a piece of quartzite. Ow. Oh, there's a flake. Great googly woogly. Here. Prime example of a flake. See how thin it is? That's been hit off a piece of quartz with, I don't know if that's pressure or if that's percussion, but nice thin quartz flake. Put that in the sifter. We'll look at it later. Can you guys see all right? Down around there? Yeah, looks all right. Missouri Outdoor Adventures. How's it going, man? There's another flake right out next to where I found that last one. So we're getting into where they were chipping away at stone. Just haven't gotten to that charcoal again. which is kind of strange. I need to get a spray ball. That's what I need. Ooh, that's got crystals on it. That probably won't show up on camera, but it's pretty cool looking. But not cool enough to keep, in my opinion. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to show you all this. I don't care if I have to reset the camera. I just moved this rock right here. And we had all these flakes. There's another one. They've just all poured out at the same time. Now that means that the habitation layer is a bit higher. Maybe some charcoal come with it. Like there's a piece of charcoal on here. I hope the quality's good, but there's definitely charcoal on the end of that stone. And maybe that's not worked. Is that ash? No, that's natural. Keep it there just in case though. So this right here is the inhabitation layer, right in there. And that's where all the flakes are pouring out of the hillside. Oh yeah, we on them now. If I set it up like this. Yeah. I'll just hold the phone. If I can get this big rock out of here, that would sure help me out a bit. Oh man, we got a landslide. That's all right, reset. There's another flake that came down. A lot of the stuff you're gonna see me find is flakes. So I hope you guys don't mind too much. There's a worm. There's a piece of quartz too. But we're bound to find a stone point at some instance of time. You just gotta stay around for it. And if I don't find it on the live, you'll see it in my long form when it comes out. All right, I'll set you up here again. So a lot of this stuff that I'm digging out is doesn't appear to have anything in it, right? You'll sift through it, not really find anything. But I found if I put it in the sifter and go wash it down in the creek there, you'll find like 20 flakes, just bam, sitting there. You need one of them three-pronged metal hand trowel. Oh yeah, I have one of those at home, but the handle was like freaking 5 feet long on it. But I'll probably get one at Home Depot just for this occasion. I see no problem with them. Yeah, the rocks are sticklers though. You hear my shovel hitting them every single time I try. Gotta find some charcoal. I'll find some charcoal, I'll put on my face for good luck. Super cool that they're just living here. I could get that carbon tested, but it's radiocarbon dated. I could get that age of that exact campfire within 50-year accuracy. The only problem is it's like 300 something bucks at the cheap end if you send it to Penn State, stuff like that, which is annoying, but maybe I'll bite the bullet, because it'd be really cool to see the exact age of the site, see how right I am about it, or wrong for that matter. Just looking for charcoal. Do. There's a flake again. Dang, I wonder if the rain that came down put some mud particles on or clay particles on the charcoal. That might be why there isn't much in there. Because last live I did, I was finding charcoal like crazy. I also haven't been digging for very long, so could also be a reason my time perception's off. There's some modern glass from a bit higher up. Probably 1920s. It says mix something. Man, I know there's charcoal here. I can feel it in my nuggets. Skeeters haven't touched me yet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. That stuff right there. That is ancient charcoal. Really cool stuff. I'll set that one over here because that is a big sample. All right. Righty. Gotta go very slow. And that's a hard thing for me to do. So I just want to find an arrowhead or something. It would be an arrowhead at this age. It wouldn't be an atlatl dart if this is only 1,000 years old. I guess they still could have used atlatls. Bow and arrows just would have been more prevalent. There's another flake. Can you imagine if there was a grooved axe in the screen here? Oh, I realized that was in the way. Sorry about that. All right, we gotta wedge this rock out here. Come on now. Done about bent my shovel. She a flimsy son of a gun. I just saw a spark. There was a spark that came off my shovel. I've never seen that before. Must be a hard stone. Oh, here we go. It's getting loose. Before I take that rock out, I want to make sure I'm not going to mess up any layer of flakes and charcoal. Is it hard to find arrowheads in New England? I've never been to New England. Sure, I am East Coast Lithics, but I've only been northern Pennsylvania to Georgia. I don't think it's necessarily difficult. You just got to find a plowed field on high ground near a water source. That's how I always find them. I have a video out called How to Find Arrowheads. It's my most recent long form if you want to check that one out. It mostly applies to just about everywhere, especially on the East Coast. So check that one out and you're sure to find some stuff. Biggest thing I can stress is when you go into a field, make sure you ask for permission. Otherwise, you could get shot. Just be careful with that. But yeah, I've seen a lot of good arrowheads come out of New England, especially. A lot of rougher materials up there, like here in Maryland and Pennsylvania. But it's not like there weren't natives. I mean, that's where the Pilgrims landed, right? Yeah, plowed fields if you can get permission. Yes, indeed. And usually nobody owns creeks. It's not necessarily legal to hunt out of creeks, I don't think, unless it's on private property, but creeks are good too. Oh. This rock wants to go, but it's just not going, dude. All right, we're gonna have to take another wedge at it. There we go. Now I'm gonna look all over this rock to see if there's any charcoal or fire pops or anything in it. It's crazy how much quartzite is here because I don't usually find quartzite in this creek, which means it could have been brought over. Kind of wild. There's a big chunk of quartzite though. I'll crack that open later for you guys. We'll see what color it is. Just bought a piece of land on Native American Trail, Plymouth, Massachusetts. Next to Plymouth, man, that's crazy. That's gotta have some really cool native stuff there. Right where the Pilgrims landed, man. Ew, mud. I like mud. Oh, we found a flake in the wall. I'm just using my thumb, taking off little bits of the wall here. How have I not found more charcoal? I'm starting to get discouraged. I know I can't, because I know what's actually in here. I know there's a point somewhere. There's that flake I was talking about, if I could actually grab it and not bury it. 2 flakes, actually. Oh, that's a really nice one. That looks like a pressure flake. If you don't know what a pressure flake is, it's where they take a piece of antler on the stone and they press on it until it shears off, and you get these nice little super thin, super sharp flakes of quartz, because quartz breaks like glass. There's another one. And pressure flakes are a good sign. because you know that they're finishing tools, not just roughing them out into preforms. Onward. I know my knuckle's gonna slip and it's gonna cut up my whole hand. Because these these quartz flakes are super sharp. This rock is weirdly shaped. If it's an artifact, I'll be surprised, but it's cool looking. They do not want to move. It's crazy how packed in they are. But I can feel the flakes crumbling all around it. I hope I'm not messing up a piece of bone. Here it comes. Yep, pressure flakes on top. That one's been fired. You can tell it's got a lot of red around it. So maybe that's part of the fire ring. Keep that one on top there. What else we got? I have to sift it out soon. My sifter's getting full. Yet again, another piece of quartzite. I gotta check these round rocks, make sure they aren't nutting stones or a pitted stone. There's some flakes. Real nice flakes. Sitting on top of that rock. Ooh, here's another one. Okay, so we just have a clue here. We know that the campfire and the habitation was happening above these rocks because all these flakes are sitting on top of that rock. At least that rock specifically. Not saying there aren't other ones. 13 viewers, not doing too bad, y'all. Another flake yet again. You can also see the bulb percussion, but I think it snapped. The bulb percussion is where they came in with a hammerstone on that piece of glassy quartz. Smack, broke it off. That was the exact point they hit it at. I've been mapping or working my own stone tools for a while now, and I've come to learn what that looks like. It's unmistakable. I think we're in the good stuff now. Yeah, I'm pulling out flake after flake. And some more, see? They're all sitting on top of there. Come on, stone tool, where you at? Maybe a big old fat piece of charcoal. That'd be cool too. I'd much rather a stone tool, but I'll take whatever. I'm not here to loot, I'm here to learn. Oh, wow. We just had a big cave in. Let's go sift through that cave in here. First up, we got this piece of quartz, which is that worked? That might have some pressure flakes on it. Probably not though. Put it in the sifter. Then we have flake here. And there's another flake there. Another one here. Yeah, that habitation layer is definitely way higher up than I thought. It's gonna be interesting for sure. There's another piece of quartz. All right, all right. There's a piece of iron, probably from an old fence post that came up from higher, I think. Yeah, another flake. That piece has been worked pretty good. It's got a nice streamline down one side of it. Gotta find an arrowhead. You gotta remember, sure, I'm finding a nail in here. That doesn't mean it's a modern campfire, because things over time will sink through the clay layers and dirt as they get wet. And that's the only piece of nail that I've found here. So I'm not saying this is some guy 100 years ago, because 100 years ago I doubt it would have been buried 18 inches. No one would have been around this area. Plus I already found a scraper. Now who in their right mind would make a scraper in the modern day. 200 years ago. That doesn't make sense. Let's see what else we got. I think that's about it, but I'll throw the rest of it in the sifter. All right, my back's starting to hurt, but I'm not a pussy. I think that was bone fragment. No, maybe it wasn't. Ugh. Quartzite. Breathing in smoke. Maybe I need to stop and change where I'm digging at. Ooh, charcoal. Psych, no it's not. Sorry about that. Got excited for a minute. That's how this is. It's hard doing it live because you can't just show all the coolest you find. You gotta wait for them to pop up. And that makes me very impatient. I'm sure it makes you guys impatient too. There's another flake. Pressure flakes all in my hand right here. Thought that was work for a second. That just might have a few flakes taken off of it. Maybe. I'll get a closer look at that one later. Oh, I know why I haven't been finding stuff. I've been digging too deep. I've been scratching along the wrong layer. Let's get back on track. Come on. Come on now. I haven't had one mosquito bite me yet either. Maybe I should change where I'm digging, like I said before. Like, right here, found a lot of stuff. If I come this way, who knows what's under that bit of soil? Like, look at this. First time I started digging was right here. Then I came out this way. Then I moved over there, found a lot of flakes. And I moved over here and scratched around here, and I was finding good stuff there too. So I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Put it in the comments. Should I go left or back? I'm not sure. Left or back? I'm thinking left. But if someone comments, I will do whatever that comment says. Piece of chunky quartz. There's another flake I just threw in there. Didn't even know it. Oh, that's pretty quartz. That's pretty translucent. Towards the other creek. So, it's not a terrible idea. The other creek is over here. Ugh. Now it's all dried up at the moment, but it was running the other day. Not seeing a whole lot of flakes. When I look in the hillside here, there's a piece of slate, a lot of stinging nettle, which I could take care of easily. And we can look in the creek bed and see what has washed out of here in the past. I'm just seeing, oh, that's a broken piece of quartz, that's likely. Over on this side, that's natural. There's another one. Imagine I find an arrowhead, that would be a nuts live find. I think I'm gonna stay on that side, because check out this side a little bit further down from where I'm digging. Hold on. you can see all the flakes. They're coming out of here, but they're also coming out of here. Even, 10 feet down. There's a good amount. There's some more. Some up there. Really makes you wonder what else could be sitting in there that I haven't checked out yet. How much poison ivy am I rubbing on my skin? Only time will tell. I think I'm gonna go over this way. Unless you guys really want me to go across the other creek. I just personally think it's gonna be a waste of time unless I run out of things to find on this spot. I did find a piece of fired rock though. See how red that is? Pretty sure it's fire rock. Could be clay too. Sandy clay. Strange. I forgot, we gotta sift that out soon. Don't want it to get too full. Let me dig up in the higher portions here. It's not charcoal. Dang it. It's a whole handful of strata right there. There's a flake. Barehanded. Your dig. Yeah. Thanks, man. No, I don't mean to disrespect your idea at all. I was just saying why I don't think it'd be the best. What's that? I think this is a piece of bone or something. Check this out. Find anything? Not particularly. Found a bunch of flakes. Those are all the flakes we found yet, and this might have been a piece of bone. Possibly. Trying to get a better look at it real quick. It feels pretty light. That could be bone. I think it is. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's like a leg bone of a small mammal. It looks like. I mean, I could be wrong. Is it rubbed flat? We'll see. You're a field guy? Yeah, I used to only hunt fields, and then I tried creek hunting once. Once you get an eye for it out of the gravel, you'll never go back. That could be a bone. I'm going to wash that off very carefully a lot later. Remind me to wash that off, because I'll probably forget after I find a smoker, of course. This piece of weird-looking rock. Always weird-looking rock. Never stops. That's quartz. All right. Should be getting into the good stuff soon. I keep saying that, but that's because I believe it. I'm just trying to find a charcoal layer. I'll make it silent when I focus up here. So I apologize for that. Ow. Wow. I just pulled up this root, and up with that root came something that looks awfully fishy. What is that? Is it debitage? Whoa. That is indeed a flake, but look at the shape of that. Is it worked? That's the question. I don't think it is. No, cool flake though. You see where I pulled that up, that root? And that thing just popped up right there, along with a flake here, and another one there, and another one here, and another one there. Jeez, what in the world? All I did was pull up a root. I guess we're rerouting. I moved the camera around too fast. Wait, maybe I could set the phone up like that. Does that work? No, not really. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. If I find anything crazy, I'll turn on the GoPro. If you see me touch the GoPro, you know it's something good. Appreciate you guys watching. I know this can be boring at times, and I apologize for that, but I don't control the arrowheads. I don't think the arrowheads even control themselves. It's just a matter of finding them or not finding them, which is a weird concept. Your entire channel depends on luck and finding things versus, going out and doing stuff and actually having control over the results of your videos. It's very strange. There's a weird piece of red rock. Good sign. Got a lot of quartz there. I only see it once in a while here. Yeah, we got a good amount of quartz. Crazy amount, actually. Kind of annoying amount, if we're being honest. I do love finding a good quartz point, but when everything around the quartz points is quartz, it makes it pretty difficult. Let me tell you. Oh, that's definitely fired stone. That one side of it's red, facing inwards toward the fire. The other side isn't. It's giving me ideas of where and how to start. I appreciate you talking us along. Yeah, no problem, man. Yep, I'm not just rambling. Kind of say whatever pops into my mind, you know? As I'm digging. Of course, whatever relates to artifacts, we all share a passion for it, I believe. If you're watching if you're still watching, you have to somewhat enjoy it. Piece of quartzite. What is up with this quartzite? There's so much of it. And I don't find it outside of this creek, or outside of this little hillside. And I don't think it's a natural formation because there's native stuff under and over it. It's the weirdest thing ever. Pressure flake. But no charcoal. Isn't that weird? If you go watch my last live stream, I was pulling charcoal by the handfuls. You don't have to do that, of course. The quality's terrible because I didn't have a hotspot. The connection was so bad, I would go show you guys what I had in the hole and it would just cut out. Is that ash? Ah, thought it was ash. Actually, when you think about it, maybe it's good that I'm not finding ash, because if I already found the charcoal and ash, that's where they were burning in. They would be sitting around outside of there. So that could be a good sign. They used what was available, that's right. They traded for what they didn't have too. I know that for true. We're just gonna do a little scratch along the sides here. Every single scrape is a new horizon. Who knows what'll pop out. Gosh dang you, natural rock. Everything that's quartz looks like an artifact. With chert, you can normally tell if it's a flake or not right away, but quartz just, it always looks like an artifact, natural or not. Maybe it was a camp where they stopped one way from quarry area and worked points there. That's very likely, actually. Where I hunt in North Carolina, they would nap these preforms that are about that big, and they would bury them in four to five groups. There's a squirrel. They would bury them in 4 to 5 and leave them and come back for them later. Well, I happened to find one of those buried caches, and yeah, pretty good video if you haven't seen it yet. It's the big thumbnail that says giant blade cache, because it is one. It's not clickbait because I actually found a blade cache. Yeah, it could be a quarry area, because if I'm only finding certain material, I'm not finding any traded or exotic materials. So your theory might just be correct. Got a little bit of charcoal there. Barely enough to show. Some more quartz. They still had to be living around here though, because they wouldn't just come up here and then walk 20 miles to their house. They were living around here. Kind of cool to think though that they were digging this stuff up and working it and trading, kind of like a job like everyday people have, except their jobs were more labor intensive. Hey, Crowfoot, I need you to walk 20 miles and get this from this guy at this point of the second moon, you know? Pretty wild. I wonder how they organized that, trades. where they go from village to village, or they have meeting points, and then you leave the thing there for the guy, he leaves it there for you, you go your separate ways, or there's just so much we don't know. I wish we did. Maybe there was like unsaid rules, like you don't take another guy's thing that he left for another dude. You leave and take what you're there for. I'm just making stuff up. My imagination's going wild. Come on. Come on, artifacts. There's another rock. Another rock. Of course. Another nail coming out of that topsoil. Rock's about to drop. There we go. No flakes on top of that one. So that means I need to go lower. And also sift, because I said I was going to do that one too. All right. One more shovelful and then we'll go sift. Two more. I stand corrected. Oh. I'm gonna set you up somewhere where you can see the sifter somewhat okay. Ooh. Don't go into the creek. All right, we're good. Me actually. Kind of funny. Sorry, bro. I'm doing a YouTube live for the fans. I see some good flakes in there already. Still a lot of mud though, so we'll let it clean up. I gotta clear up this dam. Hold on. Gotta get some water flow. There we go. All right. Let's check out what we got here. Jeez. Well, I'll be danged. Would-be camps around quarry sites, yes sir. That's my point. That's why I'm still digging around here. There's that piece of quartz that we thought was worked earlier. Now, upon further review, I don't think that's worked. Now, it may have a few pressure flakes. Other than that, not much. I'm gonna keep that to the side just in case. There's a flake. Pretty nice one. Thought that was a tip to a drill for a second. That's debitage again. Another flake. I'm gonna stop saying flake so I don't annoy the crap out of you guys. Oh, we saw that one already. I put that one back in the sifter. Another piece of debitage. I was really pulling them out the other day. That's a cool quality quartz flake. Look at that. That thing is sharp. Good Lord. There's another one. Ooh, there's probably some crazy looking ones over there, but no tools in that screen. All good. Ooh, let's go dump it. I always almost hit my head on that log every single time. Gotta climb up here, get poison ivy, and then go back down. and not break my neck in the process. That stick is still going. Whew. Let's review some of the cruder work things I found so far. A lot of flakes. This piece right here, I remember having a little bit of work, I think, not too much. Which one had it? There was one that had a lot of good flakes on it. I know you guys probably don't want to see these, but just some examples of what they left behind. A lot of big chunks and flakes like that. It's super irregular shape because a lot of times quartz will have inclusions in it, and when they drive a flake, it'll break on those inclusions. So yeah, let's get on digging again. I'm gonna work my way over here. I think I'm gonna go left. Remember earlier I asked if I should go left or back or what. I'm definitely going left. I got a good feeling. Not politically, but directionally. Let's see. Big one fell out there. Another flake. Another day, another dollar. Another dig. Not another arrowhead. Yet. Charcoal, where are you? Nutting stone. Knife blade, scraper, anything, come on. Please. See my GoPro? No, we're good. Not even a bone fragment. Those are cool to find. I'm almost positive that's what it was. I have no other ideas. Is the bank higher on the other side of the creek, or is that the high side? Yeah, so we are on a lower side. So see right here? And then that's a lot higher. It goes up like that. It's hard to see on camera. But it goes up and it keeps sloping up a little bit. Not a bad area. You know, I never thought of that. I should definitely dig that out a little more. But also, that steeper slope is going to erode a whole lot faster than something like this. That's a lot smaller. Quartz is so hard to work with. Yeah, it definitely wasn't preferred, except I haven't posted it yet, but I found this crazy looking Bear Island point that I found recently. Spoiler alert, it's a freaking smoker. It has like a millimeter off its tip. The working is exquisite. My next video will show it. It's gonna have parts of this dig in here. This thing is crazy. Like, it's like glassy quartz, zero inclusions. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but it's a nice quartz point, let me tell you. Yeah, quartz is hard to work with only because you can't find good quartz to work. If you can find a good quality piece, it's like obsidian. Yeah, really beautiful stuff. It's not like obsidian. It's a little bit harder than obsidian. And it's a little less brittle, but you know what I mean. It's such a unique stone, I love it. Gonna have to take care of some of these roots soon. All right. Might want to inform the new viewers of what we got going on here. It seems like we had a couple more people show up. It's a cool looking piece of slate. It's got like notches in it. Hold on just a minute. That's weird looking, if I don't say so myself. I'll be very gentle with that because it looks very fragile. It's probably just a rock, but you can never be too sure. Let me go wash that off real quick, just to make sure, just in case. You never know. I don't see how that would have been a broken gorget or anything. No, I'm burning punk sticks. It's no incense in it. It's just sawdust and glue. Keeps the mosquitoes away. I haven't gotten bit once. And when I didn't bring it, I got lit up, and I'm pretty sure I lost blood. That I don't think is drilled, but I will keep that just in case. Strange looking though. Yeah, it's got to probably natural, I'm saying. All right. Let's get back to it. Ugh. Yeah, this really does keep the bugs away. I highly recommend this tactic. Anti-mosquito defense. Flake. That's a nicer looking one. Wow. That's got a really cool bulb on it. You can even see the dorsal side. It's all flat and rounded too. Those kind of contradict each other, but it's flatter and then it has a slight curve to it. I forgot we found this possible bone recently. I think I see marrow, but I haven't washed it off yet. We'll check that out later. Next shovel. There's a sleeve of root. That's a really old root too. Where the quartz, where the quartz, where the quartz at? Nice flake in there too. I'm not gonna look at the flakes until I sift them out. Oh, jeez. Quartzite. Skeeters love me. Yeah, it's pretty awful. I don't get bit too bad, but when I do get bit, you know, never a fan of it. I don't think anybody is. I wonder if that's a regional thing. Does anybody else call them skeeters? Because I've only had, like, my family says it, but no one else really seems to. I'm not sure. Probably is a regional thing. Most of the English language is. It is a slow day, but I'm still having a good time. Hope you guys are too. Just drove that rock into my knee again. What's really bad here are the ticks, because we didn't have a hard winter. So I will go out here. If I don't put promethium on my jeans, I get like 6 ticks crawling up, and it's terrible because I hate them. You know, down south they have the Lone Star tick. That carries some crazy illnesses. Tad worse than Lyme disease. Quartzite. I'm gonna break this one open. Hammerstone right here. It's like yellow inside. Another quartz flake. And no, that was not just from me knocking that piece of quartzite off. Slate. That better not have been Taylor Swift that was whistling. Oh man. They've got me. You know it's a long day when I start singing to myself. There's a flake. Again, I've probably said that 1,000 times. But it's what I'm finding. It's a good sign. Just a super low dig today. I gotta get that one out. There's a huge rock here. It's holding me up. There's a piece of fired rock. It's all red on there. Nice, we got the sun coming up though. What if I came in from the hillside? That wouldn't be bad. Yo, what's up, Georgia Points? My boy. Georgia Points is my guy, dude. Me We met on YouTube, and I flew down to meet up with him. We had a crazy arrowhead hunt. Check that video out too. Check out his channel as well. Really cool guy. We'll be doing a video, 6-day hunt coming up here in a little less than a week, I think. We'll be filming that. I don't know when it'll be out though, but I know we're gonna find some crazy stuff. All right, let's see what we're looking at here. We got some quartz, more quartz, and more quartz, but no charcoal. Oh, there's a wiggly piece. Never know when a pointer will roll out of here. I haven't been finding charcoal, and I'm so confused. You know what? That might be because the charcoal's over here and not over there. That might be the issue. I think I've been digging in the wrong spot this whole time because I haven't been here in at least 5 days. I probably forgot. That's the new game plan. We're digging this way. Oh, we're digging that way. And before we do, I'm gonna take a dry sift. And won't take it down to the creek because then everything gets all muddy. All right, let's do a dry sift here. Maybe below it. Oh yeah, below the charcoal layer. I think you're right about that. That's why I'm gonna move over and start doing where I was finding it last time. Then I'll measure how deep that is exactly. Whoa. Whoa, that's got some charcoal in it. Take a look at this. That's enough charcoal to put on my face if I wanted to. See that those black chunks in there? Let's see if it really is. Hold on. Get a piece out. Yep, that's charcoal. That's charcoal faux show. All right. She's on there. Wasn't really big enough to carbon date, so I don't really mind it. Hopefully we'll start finding some good stuff now that I have ancient campfire on my face. Let's see what we got on the screen. Things really cleared up. There's a, ooh, that's a quartz cobble. So you see how it's worn on the outside? And it was broken right here. That is definitely a quartz cobble from them quarrying here, or at least working their stone. Whatever they were doing something like that. Not seeing any points or tools, but I'm sure there are flakes in there, but we're not after flakes, are we? Let's take it over here to the dump site. That's what I've gone through already. All right, next barricade, which will be somewhere around here, I think. I think it's Arizona time. I almost fell off there. Where'd it go? Oh well. All right. Let's find some points. So I'm gonna come in from the top like this, and I'm gonna pull it towards me onto where I've already dug out. That's the tactic, that's the strategy right here. Maybe I want to move the sifter here then. Move that piece of quartzite out of the way. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna go slow in case I do hit a bone layer. If I remember correctly, I did hit bone here last time. Oh yeah, already getting flake. Big chunk of quartz. something white and chalky that just came down. You're not going to be able to see this, but this is the chalky white stuff I've been talking about that I think is bone. Very, very small. I'm not sure how good the quality is when you guys are streaming here. Wow, that's a big piece of charcoal. Okay, we have re-hit charcoal. Let me show you this piece here. Can you see that? That's a keeper. That's enough to radiocarbon date, I think. Oh, there it is. It's not gone forever yet. Is that the outside of the tree? I think it is. That's a cool piece. I keep dropping it. Alrighty. We will get back to it. I'm gonna keep that one because that's a pretty decent piece. That's bone, gets chalky around like that. Hey man, good to know. Have you found bone before? Just asking because I want to know for sure if this is bone. I mean, I don't know what else it would be, but yeah, it gets chalky. This piece on the other hand hasn't. I haven't washed it off yet. Maybe it's not bone. I believe you though. In the case, you were here when I showed the case. I think I had big round pieces of chalky stuff. Yeah, so going over this way, literally 2 shovelfuls. I gotta really slow up. I've been digging away from the fire pit this whole time. And now we're back on track, guys. Let's get to it. There you go. There's that chalky stuff. See that? I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure how good the quality is on camera. It's very white and chalky, very crumbly too, like that. I don't know what else it would be. It has to be bone. We are gonna keep scraping around here. I'm gonna get some rocks out of the way. Let's see if I can. Yes, I found it before. Really fragile. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I have here. Okay, I'm setting you up on the sifter. And I'm digging right around here. Doesn't set up very well. Give me a minute. This live is about to get a bit better, so y'all might want to keep watching, just saying. Now that we're on the charcoal layer. It's not focusing. Oh, there's a lot of charcoal that just came out here. I don't know where from though. I know there's a lot of it. Just gonna take the corner of my shovel and barely scrape. I'm already seeing little bits of charcoal fall under it. It looks like it's focusing right here instead of down here. Gotta fix that. Otherwise, I may not rest. Sorry for the hassle. I gotta get a tripod. That's what I need. Bear with me. Okay. Now let's try to focus on here. That's not gonna do it. Oh well. You get what you get. It's as good as it's gonna be, I guess. There's a big chunk. Oh wow. Oh wait, that's quartz, I think. Is it? Yeah, that's quartz. False alarm, not bone. It is not bone. Here's some charcoal though. See all those little black spots? No, it's hard to see. I'm sorry about that, but there's a good amount of it in there. Like right here. See it? That's ash and charcoal. All right, so this is the layer about here. Gosh dang it. That's making me annoyed. Now we got a little bit better focus. Ooh, there's a big chunk of bone. I'm gonna excavate around that very, very lightly. Very, very lightly. All right, it fell out. See? Here's what I'm talking about. That must be bone. It's very flat there too. That might be the marrow. It's got charcoal around it as well. Yeah, that's 100% bone. Look closer for the little holes in it. Sometimes you need to magnify to see it. Yeah, I'm seeing that a little bit too. I think that might be. I'll take a look at it later. I don't know what to wash it off with though. I guess water maybe. Very, very light water. Don't want it to crumble too bad, but that is a bone fragment of ancient, probably killed by ancient man. Cool. I'm keeping that one. We could radiocarbon date it. If I get the funds, that is. Let's see what else is down there. There's a piece, I think, unless it's quartz. That's quartz. I'm gonna set the camera up here now. There's no point in having the camera there unless it's gonna focus, which it's not, so. Let's see. I know there's something here. I know a lot of your attention spans aren't too long, but if I find something crazy, at least you'll see it on a long form. Next time I find a piece of bone, I'll get that on the GoPro, because I need some long form footage too. Also, if you do ever send a bone or charcoal sample, don't use your fingers, you can contaminate it. Oh, thanks for that tip, man. I was wondering about that. Guess that makes sense because my dead skin cells and all that, whatever else, you know, pollen might land on there. Thanks for that tip. That's awesome. I should have brought a plastic bag. Shovel some foil. Definitely bring some foil next time. I appreciate that tip, sir. You know, I have a trowel in my backpack. I guess I can't send that sample now, or any of them for that matter. I've handled them all with my hands. And that would probably make the dating a lot more recent than I would like. This little guy is really good for getting bone out. I can get between the larger rocks that are giving me trouble. It's only a matter of time before we find a tool. I'm calling it. It's gonna be soon. Oh, we got a cave in. Dang it. Another piece of bone just fell out. It's right on the clay layer too, so not super shallow, but not super deep either. You can throw the sample off, yeah. Man, it's a nice day out. There's a breeze going. I'm digging a hole looking for artifacts. It's probably 70 degrees. Life is good. Let's see. Ooh, charcoal. I'm so glad we hit the layer again. I knew it was around here. Just had to stop digging in the same stupid area. Why not? We'll throw it in the sifter. Larger stone. Nothing. Just want to say your viewership is greatly appreciated. I wouldn't even be close to where I am if I didn't have people watching and commenting and having a good time watching with me. There's a flake. That's a cool pressure flake. Relatively thin. Really puts into perspective how many of these things that they knocked off and how many flakes didn't turn into tools. Of course, that might just be something to do with my quartz being very bad quality around here. Whoa, there's more bone yet again. It's probably the same bone fragment, but I'm just pulling out different pieces of it. Wow, there's a whole chunk of charcoal I just hit. I'm gonna hit it with the trowel, like any PA archeology said, so I don't screw up the sample. There's a root in the way. I have a hatchet in my bag. Why don't I just use that, dummy? Hope YouTube doesn't demonetize me for using a dangerous weapon. Look how easy that was. Now that's the good layer. Look at this. Not sure if you can see, but all that orange and black, that's all charcoal. And that's where the bones have been falling out. And right under it, like right here, is a quartz flake. There's another pressure flake you just saw tumble out of there. Here we go. We done it. Let's see what comes out of that spot. What got me really excited about this site was Clegg's Adventures Finding a Bow. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Scott Clegg pulled out a bow segment, like the tip of a bow. The thing was the craziest thing I think anyone has ever found on YouTube. Even like a really nice gorget, he found a bow. You're in the fire pit, you're finding the remains of a meal. Oh yeah. No doubt, dude. No doubt. Or it could be a bone awl or a tool or something like that, but the tool is no longer with us. Yeah, wasn't that crazy, Deadhead? That was super nuts. And Clegg doesn't stage his stuff. That was a live find. He found that bow live. He's a really awesome guy. A lot of respect to him. It's a weird looking rock. Yeah, nothing too marvelous yet. There's gotta be something over here. I didn't do all this work for nothing. There's a reason I'm here digging, and I just gotta fulfill that destiny. Jeez, I don't really believe in destiny, but I believe in ancient artifacts. Quartz with flakes at the bottom of it. I don't want to scratch the lens on my GP, so I'm gonna put it right here. Haven't used it yet. There we go. Now I did touch it, but it's so minuscule. There's a piece of bone. Sorry for that. It's super cool. Wonder what kind of animal that was. Maybe a raccoon, maybe a deer. These things burn for about 85 minutes. That's crazy. Days never finished, master got me working. That's a South Park song. I like South Park. Haven't seen a lot of episodes, but it's a funny show. Ooh, there's some stuff doing its thing. It's gotta be part of the fire pit. It's so messed up from all the tree roots coming through here over the generations. Freaking nuts. I can't even imagine how many tree roots have plunged through this whole pit and screwed up the layer. It's kind of sad to think about, but it is what it is. Pressure flake. What is that orangey stuff? It's really sandy. Strange looking for sure. Ooh, here. We got some dark residue on the top of that rock. The light's not showing it too well. That dark residue would be charcoal and carbon, by the way. Where did that come from? I haven't touched that. Little tiny piece of ancient bone. If you can see that. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna move that off the side. Wish I had a piece of foil to put it in. I'll bring that next time. Set it over here on the case. Hopefully that isn't a contamination issue. Turning into a carbon-14 dating germaphobe. I remember last time I was finding a lot of bone, it was in this root section. Right at the roots is where I was finding stuff. We gotta clear all this crap out of here. Ooh, is that rock loose yet? Yes, it is. All right. Uh-huh. Come on out of there. Yes, sir. It has not worked. Not a huge surprise. People ask me, is digging out here for 6 hours a day really worth it? Yeah, it's worth it. If I have a chance to find a cool artifact, I can say I dug that right out of the ground. Animals tell right through things too. Pottery and flakes at the entrances. Yeah, I've always looked at groundhog holes, but I never found anything. But I've heard of people that have. Every time I see a groundhog hole, I'll look there. But you do bring up a good point. Whoa. Whoa. Big chunk of charcoal. Big piece. Haven't touched that either. See that? We're gonna set it right here next to the bone that we don't want contaminated. Even though it's inevitable, it'll probably happen. I pulled that right from under here, I think. I think it was around there. Crap, I forgot where it was. It was somewhere around there. Might have been here. There's some quartz. See that big old guy back there? Check him out after we find where that last bit of charcoal came from. I really need a tripod. That's gonna be the next thing I'm gonna get. If I had GoPro Premium subscription, I could live stream through the GoPro. But GoPro's stupid because they want you to pay for their products after you already bought it. Which is dumb. Like, come on. Time for an Arizona break. Oh, that was very Napoleon Dynamite-esque. If you've ever seen the movie Napoleon Dynamite, it's a banger. I highly recommend that movie. Might need to start a new punk stick right now. This one's starting to go out, as you can see. It's just a lollipop of what it once was. Whoa, big chunk of bone just came out right here. Yeah, man, this is awesome. You're right, Rich. So right here, see all that white? That is all bone. Ancient bone from whoever was eating stuff here. See that? I'm trying to get all of it. Put that over on our artifact spot. Look at that. Right next to our charcoal too, in the same spot. Got the charcoal here and the bone there. Okay. Let's keep on digging. So this charcoal and this bone is sitting right on top of this rock. It's all sitting right here. So that rock underneath it has to be fired. Once I get everything excavated around it, I'll check that rock out. We'll go wash it in the creek and we'll see how red it is or how differently changed it is. Compared to the ones around it, at least. Ooh, here we go. Flake. No work on it. I'm always looking at the flakes to make sure they aren't flake tools. I was talking about South Park a while ago. There's an episode of South Park where they go arrowhead hunting. That's funny. That's a funny episode. I actually posted that one on my channel. If you want to check that one out after the live ends. It's a funny episode if you ask me, since it's South Park and it's arrowhead hunting. Two awesome things. Big chunk of bone. That's a big piece. This has marrow in it, I think. Here. See that big chunk? Right there on the end. Trying to get it off. Oh, it fell. Must have been still caught on that root. It fell back here. It's still on. We'll sift this out, see what else is in there. There's charcoal. See it? There's a big piece. What is this? Actually, that's been sitting there for a while. That's not worked, is it? I don't think that's worked. No, that's just a rock. But that is a chunk of bone. There's a bunch of fragments from it too. But check that out. Check that out, dude. That's a hunker. Still got a lot of the nice white outside rind on it, I guess you call it. What do you call that? It's not the enamel. It's got a root stuck into it. Keep trying to get it off without touching it. Don't contaminate the bone. There it is. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. There we go. 1,000-year-old bone right here. 1,000-year-old charcoal right here. And big chunk of bone right there. That's sick, man. And there's a, whatever that is, that's a millipede, I think. Here, man, I'll give you a lift. All right, let's keep digging on top of this rock shelf. Lots of bone. See, look, it always gets caught in the roots. What is with that? You see that? Super strange. It's kind of worthless, though, because I can't grab it at all. Gonna go very, very slow and be very careful here in this layer, though. I don't want to move that rock, because that rock will make everything that's useful cave down. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can pull out. I don't normally drink Arizona tea, but now I am. It's a lot of sugar. 240 calories. It's a lot of sugar, man. I'm a growing boy, so I can handle it. I really am digging at an inch per minute. I'm not kidding. Like, this is an inch per minute pace. But it's what you gotta do, so you can guarantee you don't break anything good. There's a flake. That was sitting right on top of that charcoal and bone. Oh man, some bucket listers. I found a gorget recently. I found effigies recently. Some things I haven't found. A blunt point, like an arrowhead. Paleo. I haven't found paleo yet. I haven't found a grooved axe or a celt. I've wanted to find a grooved axe or a celt. What else? That's about all I can think of. There's obviously a couple more, but most of those aren't realistic for my area, like Calf Creek. Never finding the Calf Creek here. But yeah, paleo, grooved axe or celt, which those should be relatively easy. The groover is going to be a little harder to accomplish. What else? I got the campfire. That was on my bucket list too. Trying to think. I can't believe I already got that gorget. That was a cool video. Yeah, I'm going to have to start another one of these. What are some of your guys' bucket lists? Oh, you want to find a celt? Yeah, me too. This thing does not want to start. There it goes. Well, it started to. What else? Maybe, can't think of much. If I think of them, I'll get back to you. Where's my lighter? There it is. Yeah, grooved axe would be really sick. Oh, Guilford axe. That was one of them. They're pretty common, but they're super cool wood cutting pieces. In North Carolina, I should find some kind of grooved axe, or not grooved axe, Guilford axe. They're basically chipped. They're chipped stones. Really, really cool. Paleo, yeah. Not a whole lot of paleo where I'm at least in this part of the county, but it's here. There's been some crazy paleo pulled out of here, and most places actually. You'd be surprised how it's just in your backyard sometimes. That's a lot of pressure flakes that just came out of there. That's a big spill. Now, I know I'm in an ash layer because everything's turned gray and gotten pretty sandy and dry. And I think as that ash dissolves and mineralizes, I'm just making up words, it's gonna turn drier, I guess. Never found a Clovis point. Have found paleo flake tools. Oh, that's sick. What's a paleo flake tool? What do those look like? Are those like the prismatic blade cores like they did in Europe? Let me know about that. I'm curious because I've heard people say I found a paleo flake tool that I left on a stump actually in North Carolina. Really upset me because it was a cool looking flake. I just thought it was a flake. But it was like a curved prismatic blade. If that makes sense. A really long fluted one. So many flakes coming out of here now. I gotta move these roots because I can't even see now. They're all growing into the charcoal. Man. You know what? That's why we're finding flakes coming out of the hillside. So let's put this into perspective. This is where they were sitting. Before that, before all this erosion happened on the hillside, it probably came out to here instead of where it is now. All these flakes are coming out of the hillside right now. If the campfire is right here, corner is right there where I'm digging. The campfire is probably in this circle here, maybe a little smaller. So that means they would have been sitting here and all around that. So right here is probably the center point, I'm thinking. Maybe right here. We'll see. We will find out. We're going to get to the bottom of this, no pun intended. All right, let's keep going. Thank you guys for watching. I do enjoy your company. Thanks for all the comments. Because doing this alone is kind of boring after a good bit. If you don't have any Tom Petty playing in the background, I listen to old music, usually. People call me an old soul. Is that a bad thing? Probably. Nothing wrong with wanting to preserve the past. There just aren't a lot of us. I'm officially out of Arizona. Well, shoot. Nothing in there. Always got to make sure. You never know what's going to be laying in those chunks. I have a lot of theories about the site, and a lot of them have been proven to be wrong, but some have been proven to be right. I was hyped to see this live stream. Thank you, sir. I need that support. Gotta keep digging. People call me that all the time. Oh, old soul? Yeah. I haven't been called it in a long while, but I don't know. Maybe I've changed a bit. Probably don't act out as much as I used to, as I've matured a tad. All right, for any new viewers. Oh, guys, you gotta see what just came out of here. You gotta see what just came out of here. I'm gonna put it right back where it was and not touch it. Now, it's not a point, okay? It's not a point. I gotta get the GoPro for this one. This is really cool. All right, let me get the GoPro on. Hold on a sec. Yo, what's up, points and poles? How's it going, my brother? All right, let's see. This one's pretty cool. This one is really cool. We can tell what species this is now. If that gives you a hint. Hope my GoPro isn't dead. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. We got the live stream sorry, we got the live stream going. I've been digging in this charcoal layer here. We found a lot of bone and charcoal pieces, and I just moved my trowel a little bit right here. Let me take the live stream in too. Can you see it? Laying right up in there. Let me use the trowel. Hold on. This is sick. Look at that. That's a tooth. I don't know what to, but that right there is a tooth. That means we can identify the species of what this came from. All this bone we're finding, and we can confirm that it's bone now. Isn't that the coolest? It wasn't a point. I'm sorry if I got you guys excited about that, but that's a tooth. I want to hold it so bad. That's what that stuff that was crumbly was coming out of. I think I might have broken that maybe. Look at that tooth. All right, I'm gonna show the live stream what we got going on here. Sorry about that. I had to do some long form footage, but look at this. Yeah, you're probably right. I think well, I don't know. It's really big. Here's my, well, not huge, but you know what? There's a deer jawbone right down here. I could go get that deer jawbone and we could compare the teeth size. Should I go do that? Or should I stay here and keep digging to see what else comes out of here? Because this could be a whole jawbone. No, I don't think it's human. Much too big to be human. See that? It's very, very wide. You see the roots on it? Yeah, you can see where the enamel broke here. Let me zoom in a bit. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. See where the enamel broke? I think that's that crumbly stuff I was finding. Maybe. I don't know how to go about this. NEPA archeology. What do I do, man? Because can you carbon date teeth? I don't think you can. I guess it's still a biotic thing. If you can do bone, you could probably do teeth. That is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna grab this with the trowel and set it somewhere separate. There's probably more teeth. If there's one, there's more. Wow, that's probably a deer tooth. And you also got to think, back then there weren't just deer. You had moose, bear, elk. You had everything here that wasn't, pushed out. Because a lot of the southern states actually had that stuff too until it got all hunted out. Man, all right, I'm gonna put this somewhere else. That's really cool. Maybe I'm getting hyped for nothing. Right, I can use the charcoal. And the charcoal I have on my face. That's what I got right here. That's ancient charcoal. Let's keep digging on top of this rock. I'm really excited now. Starting to wonder if this is really worth it to dig, but I've been proven wrong. Okay, so I forgot I'm zoomed in. So this means they weren't just quarrying, they were eating food here. If you drill in the inside, there's a dentin left. You can get a DNA profile. Okay, so I'm good to touch it, I think. I'm guessing. Maybe I should put gloves on. That's super cool, though. I'm gonna start geeking out over a tooth, but my stick's spitting smoke at me, as it should be. It's doing its job. I can't complain. Woo! Let's keep going. Now I really got to go slow. Always gloves with testing. Yeah, maybe I could go home. I could drive home and get some gloves. Don't want to end the live stream though. I'll probably just come back for it. I bet you it's a deer. I mean, I don't see a point doing DNA testing if you can tell about the size. I could ask my friend, the Russian archaeologist. If you guys probably know him. He's pretty popular. He could tell me exactly what tooth that is. I bet you it's a deer, like Rich said. I think Rich said that. Date the charcoal, you can date things around it. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm excited about the charcoal, because if I find points, I can tell the exact age of the site. I don't want to move this rock. It's really wiggly, but I'm not going to pull it out. Here. There's got to be something. It came out from like right here. I wonder if that tooth was like burnt or popped or something. It's very likely. See, there's some more bone that just came out of here. Is the stream all cloudy for you? Is it good quality? I hope it is. Scoop a pile of dirt. That's a good idea too. I might just have to do that. I had a Ziploc bag the other day, but I forgot one today because I was in a hurry. Is that not just the coolest thing ever? Man. Oh man, please be another tooth. Crystal clear? No. All right, awesome. Good to hear. Gotta step away a few minutes. I'll be back short. All right, see you, man. Yeah, I got a hotspot with me because last time I was using the good old 5G and it was not really working well for me. So good to hear that the stream isn't clouded out. I would take the phone into the hole and it would cut out for like 5-10 seconds. It was really annoying. I don't know if that tooth came from above or below. I'm still trying to figure it out. That is super cool. A whole tooth. That confirms that what I was finding was bone. I knew it was. Mr. NEPA was saying the same, so I'll take his word. He's found a lot more stuff than I have, I can guarantee it. I feel like a little paleontologist. I found a dinosaur tooth. All right, I finally did it. I pulled that flat rock off. You can see all the bone and stuff that's still pushed into that rock. I'm gonna go wash that rock off a little bit later. This makes me want to do a live hunt. Don't have many digging areas. Yeah, a live creek sift would be really cool. Oh, top of hillsides, because they weren't always just in the, just in the dirt here. I mean, I'm sure in Missouri, where you're at, they have at least a hill that they were living on top of. I mean, you pull out the best points, some of the best points in this community, man. You pull out like blades that big. You pull 5 or 6 of them. It's nuts. I gotta separate this rock from the rest of them. You pull out 3 paleo blades and call it a day. It's awesome stuff. I love your content. Every single piece of quartz I see now is enamel to me. Yeah, landowners don't like you digging. That is true. I guess there's really no way around that. You know Zach Bird Adventure Hour? Appreciate it, bub. Blessed by the best. Yes, sir. God almighty, man. He made the Indians too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zach Bird, what he does is he gets a tarp and he puts it over next to his holes so that he can fill in every single bit of dirt that they took out back into the hole. Now, of course, guys still don't want you digging there. I'm sure if you showed up with some like fake papers, like, hey, I'm an archaeologist, I'm here conducting some research. Could I dig on your land to check for the native peoples of the past? And they'd be like, oh, of course. Maybe it wouldn't work, I don't know. There's a nice flake in association with that charcoal and tooth. Pretty cool. Just you wait until it's a point. Oh man, I'm gonna I'm gonna lose my badonkers. There was one tooth. You know there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's at least 20 teeth more. Somewhere in the world. Is what I just did right there autism? I think that was autism. There's some more bone coming out of the cloak of darkness. That's the first time that tooth has seen the light of day in 1,000 years, if not a little more. That's kind of interesting, actually. And you guys all saw it live. Getting it right in my face. Oh, we got some new viewers. All right, let me update y'all. We're digging right here. I was going this way, and I was wrong. I should have been going this way, because when I did, I found even more charcoal, ancient charcoal. I found a tooth, really cool looking. That's over 1,000 years old. That's a tooth of something, probably a deer. And right alongside that, bone fragments. Right alongside that, flakes. It's just nuts what I'm pulling out of here. It's all in situ in the bank here. And it's, you see we got flakes pouring out of the sides of the hill. Got my smoke screen going so mosquitoes don't get me. It's a good time. Appreciate y'all sticking around. All right, let's get back to it. Gotta inform people of what you're doing. Otherwise they'll leave out of not knowing. I could be wrong. Maybe they would want to stay out of curiosity. Like, what's this kid doing with his smoke stick and his shovel? I wonder if it's better not to explain. I don't know. All I know is we've located a dang good site. Walked on a site through research and thought about going to a guy and telling him I'm an amateur archaeologist. Well, I mean, you are an amateur archaeologist, not lying. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Multicultural. So that means you're saying, like, it's layered? It's got to be if it's a spring. Because everyone used the spring for thousands of years. See ya, Darren Wilson. Have a good one, brother. All right. Let's get it. There's got to be another tooth, man. Yeah, that dude that just left, I went shark tooth hunting with him. Really, really cool. I was talking about it early in the stream. He's the one who found the grooved axe that the park rangers took from him. I should have had him tell that story. Super awesome dude. We found some cool shark teeth in that video. I have that one posted. I think it was about a year ago. Oh man, we got a bunch of charcoal that just fell out. What in the world even? What in the tomfoolery? Oh, we got a weird looking rock and some charcoal, but it's not wanting to move. Yeah, it was nothing. As expected. A lot of bone fragments just spilled out of here. Yeah, never show rangers anything. Well, he was carrying it in his hand. He wasn't like, oh, look what I found. It just really sucks, though, because the grooved axe is now at the welcome center of, I believe, Aztec Island, where the wild horses roam. I believe those horses got there in the 1600s, and then they just multiplied once they went wild. And they roam the beaches. It's pretty cool to see them. Seasonal, where a creek and the salt river meet. Huh, that's kind of cool. You didn't pick them up. Was that for legal reasons or personal reasons. Because I sure as heck would have nabbed that one and marked it, at least documented it. I didn't know you were that close to the shore. This could be another tooth. Hold on. Man, it could just be a rock too. Who am I playing? It's more than likely just a rock. Yeah, it's just a rock. Sorry about that. I could, for your conscience, yeah. I could never, if it was a barrel, I could never dig a barrel. As soon as I had any indication, shell beads or close gorgets, decorated pottery, I'm out of there. I'm not touching a barrel, as I've said before. Sure, I like artifacts and all that, but I'm not a freaking grave robber. I still respect people and the people that were here. I think a lot of people fail to realize that people were living here and they had lives and culture and stories. And that's what I'm digging up here without the burial part, hopefully. Well, super cool.